The Greys originated in Zeta Reticuli, a binary star system in the southern constellation of Reticulum, about 39.3 light-years from Earth. They are currently in the early stages of fifth density consciousness. Most Greys have chosen the negative polarization pathway, leading their species to polarize negatively, while a minority of positively polarized Greys have reincarnated onto other positive planets. The Greys have been genetically modified by the Anunnaki and appear somewhat robot-like. They look pale, almost anemic, with thin limbs that are bony and fragile-looking. Their eyes are much larger than human eyes, often oval or almond-shaped, and their hair is thin and wispy. They also have a subspecies, similar to our pets, that resembles drones, looking much like bees and ants, which are programmed to work in a robotic manner. They travel in spacecraft equipped with plasma shields. Although plasma produces extreme heat, they have learned to isolate their crafts from this heat by using anti-plasma vacuum technology and adding 2 layers of anti-plasma shields to the exterior. When they visit Earth, they have workstations called plasma corridors. The Anunnaki existed on Earth many thousands of years ago, yet they continue to influence us today. They are still refining bloodlines, creating new life forms, mutating all life, and attempting to influence Earth indirectly through the Greys. The Greys were genetically modified by the Anunnaki to resemble humans. To achieve this, the Anunnaki initially abducted individuals, particularly those with Rh-negative blood, as they already possessed genetically modified traits. The Anunnaki then used their genes to create hybrid fetuses, which were grown in glass tanks filled with a milky nutritional liquid to support full development, much like how human children require an incubation period before birth. These beings were kept in this nutritional environment to allow them to develop into a semi-humanoid form. Some of the abductees taken by the Anunnaki for genetic material may recall seeing such hybrid fetuses growing in glass tanks filled with milky liquid. The Anunnaki visited Earth many times and signed numerous treaties with various nations in exchange for their technology. One such treaty was signed with the then President of the United States, Dwight David Eisenhower. This treaty stated that in exchange for Anunnaki technology, the Anunnaki would be allowed to abduct Earth's inhabitants to collect sperm, blood samples, and tissues to create more human-like versions of the Greys for their missions on Earth. Additionally, the treaty specified that no harm should come to these individuals beyond gene collection, and they were to be left unharmed. The Anunnaki needed to create human-origin replicates because the Confederation of Planets, a council overseeing Earth, currently does not allow any infringement. Therefore, the Anunnaki required human-like gray replicates to carry out their missions on Earth. Additionally, the Anunnaki sent a representative to the United States to formalize a treaty, as it was the most influential nation on Earth. This Anunnaki ambassador was named Krill, and he was respected by Earth's people at the time, receiving the title Omnipotent Highness Krill. The ambassador's first landing and the meeting were both filmed but kept secret. The treaty signed between the being known as Krill and Earth's representatives stated that the Anunnaki would not interfere in human affairs, and vice versa. Additionally, their presence was to be kept secret to prevent mass hysteria and public awareness of the abductions that had been occurring. This Anunnaki ambassador provided advanced anti-gravity spacecraft technology, which Earth scientists have since studied extensively. The treaty also specified that human abductions could only occur on a limited, periodic basis for purposes of medical examination and development monitoring, provided that the humans would not be harmed, would be returned to their point of abduction, and would have all memory of the event erased. Furthermore, a record of all abductions would be submitted to human authorities on a scheduled basis. As part of the treaty, 20 people from Earth were also sent to Nibiru in an exchange program intended to foster mutual learning and understanding. According to the treaty, the Greys also maintained an underwater facility within Earth's oceans where they conducted various tests and evaluations. Following directions from the Anunnaki, these abductors would abduct humans, particularly those with Rh-negative blood. The abductees were placed in a state resembling anesthesia, and two beings resembling large lizards would oversee the procedures, which the Greys performed in a robotic, programmed manner. This underwater facility, used by the Greys as a test and evaluation center, was called the Plasma Corridor. The Greys and the Anunnaki developed many technologies in collaboration with several military scientists working at these bases. Over the years, there have been several conflicts between the Greys and humans. During these encounters, the Greys almost always killed the humans involved, as they were more technologically advanced. Currently, the Greys are not allowed entry to Earth due to a quarantine imposed by the Galactic Confederation to prevent any external visitors. However, these beings are notorious for breaching the quarantine zone to abduct humans and collect genetic material for creating Grey-human hybrids. The Greys are also monitored by the Ashtar Command, which prohibits their entry to Earth.